So I heard that you are thinking about losing weight, and I heard that it might be a little bit difficult for you. Girl, same. I also had a hard time losing weight, and just for a point of reference, this is me in 2023, and this was me in 2024, and obviously it's 2025 now, and this is what I look like. The difference between the photos that I just showed are about 40 pounds. In the start of my weight loss journey, I made it really, really difficult for me to lose weight because I was just getting a lot of different conflicting messages about what was required to lose weight and what was the best way to get into a body that I feel confident in, I feel strong in, and I feel beautiful in. So I just wanted to make a video talking about things that I wish I knew when I was starting my weight loss journey that would have made it so much easier for me to lose weight, and I probably wouldn't have taken a year and a half to do so had I known these things. So if that's something that interests you, stick around and let's get started. I don't want to waste your time. First things first, you do not need to commit to a vigorous workout to lose weight. Contrary to popular belief, I know it's a controversial take, you don't need to work out to lose weight. If you came into the new year and decided that I'm gonna get my dream body this year and you got a gym membership, I want you to call the gym back, cancel the membership, girl. Save your money, just for a bit. We will get to the gym, but when you're first starting out trying to lose weight, honestly, I would not recommend this being your primary method of trying to lose weight, okay? Gym memberships are way too expensive nowadays, unless you have like a gym in your apartment or something like that, or unless you have access to maybe a free gym. But I would not say that going to the gym is what helped me lose weight. It was a fun thing to do while I was losing weight, but it is not the thing that is going to help you lose weight. Eating and being in a caloric deficit is the one thing that is going to help you lose weight. A lot of people may achieve a caloric deficit in a lot of different ways, but being in a caloric deficit is the only way that your body burns fat and loses weight. That's it. It's literally scientifically proven. That's it. And that actually brings me into the next point, which is diet. You do not need to eat bland foods in order to lose weight. Like, you don't need to change your whole entire diet up. You don't need to go on a juice fast. You don't need to go on a green juice 24-day cleanse in order to lose weight and improve your health. Honestly, going on diets that include a lot of bland food and food that you don't normally eat, in the long run, it's not going to be good for you because that's not something that you can maintain for a long period of time. And either you're going to end up gaining the weight right back or being in a cycle of yo-yo dieting and probably binge eating to where you are gaining a little weight back because you went back to eating how you normally eat, and then you're going on another diet and then maybe losing the weight, and then you can't maintain the diet forever, so you go back to eating how you normally did, and the cycle continues. So first and foremost, I want you, instead of trying to incorporate a lot of new bland foods into your diet or trying to do intermittent fasting or whatever the latest diet is, I want you to actually just work on portion control and intuitive eating. If you don't know what intuitive eating is, it's basically learning your body's hunger cues and eating intuitively based on how you actually feel. One of the biggest things that helped me when I was losing weight was actually listening to my body and realizing that when I was at my unhealthiest and when I was at my highest weight, which happened to also be when I was the most unhealthy, I did not have a good sense of what was going on in my body. I really wasn't eating when I felt hungry. I was eating because in my head it was just breakfast time, lunchtime, or dinner time. And there's not really a lot of science that says that eating 3 square meals a day, and hey, just hear me out. I know this can get a little triggering. I actually do want to put a trigger warning right now before I continue through the rest of the video. I in no way, shape, or form am trying to promote disordered eating or anything of the like. Anything related to that. So yeah, but like I was saying, there's not a lot of science saying that you will be better off just because at this time of day you have scheduled breakfast, lunch, and dinner and you're just eating at those times. Instead, I would try to focus on cooking, or focus on maybe cooking more or having more home cooked meals instead of eating like takeout, because I know a lot of us do a lot of door dashing, myself included. I'm also right now on a challenge to not door dash so much or not get Uber Eats so much. Save your money and eat in as much as you can and focus on eating smaller portions and stopping when you feel satisfied. Not when you feel full, when you feel satisfied. And that is something that you might not be able to immediately recognize. So intuitive eating is really about being able to feel in your body and say, I'm hungry, I'm gonna go have a meal. And when you have that meal, I would say a good point of reference is when you get to about 60 to 70% full, take a break and stop eating. And I want you to get a feel of how your body feels at that moment. Have some water, hydrate yourself, check back in with yourself, and even focus on eating slower and more intentionally when you're eating your meals. And that way you can just get a better feel about what it actually feels to be satisfied versus what it feels to be full. We can get into all the ins and outs about diet, about like protein, fiber, and all that good stuff that absolutely should be incorporated into your diet. But if you're in the beginning of your fitness journey, that is not something really that I would pay a lot of attention to right now. I would just try to work on eating foods that you like and foods that you enjoy that are healthy. And if you don't have any healthy foods you enjoy, maybe now is the time to start branching out. But it does not, I do not think that eating bland foods is going to be very sustainable for you. I guarantee that if you shrink your portions, if you eat a little less than you already eat, and you are eating that food you enjoy, there's no such thing as good and bad foods. You are going to be in a caloric deficit because you're eating less. So you will see weight loss and you will start to lose weight, still eating the foods that you enjoy. Weight loss is incredibly mental, and that's why a lot of people can't stick to it. You're gonna be a little uncomfortable when you are making changes to your lifestyle, but that doesn't mean that it has to be unbearable. But I would prepare yourself for a little bit of discomfort, and that discomfort really shouldn't last more than a week or so. Just as you're getting into a new habit, think of weight loss and think of like changing your diet and getting into a new routine as you are getting into a new lifestyle and developing new habits and routines for yourself. But I will say it might be a little bit uncomfortable, but it shouldn't be unbearable. If you eat like a lot of food and then you go to just eating a little bit of food, it's gonna be unbearable, because when you are trying to get from meal to meal or get from breakfast to lunchtime or lunchtime to dinner or whatever, you're gonna be starving, you're gonna have a headache, you're gonna be irritable. So don't start like doing things that are going to just sabotage you in the long run. Like, set yourself up for success and not failure. And because weight loss is incredibly mental, I would, in the process of losing weight, I would maybe start leaning into some sort of mental practice that helps you stay grounded and balanced. So for me, I really, really love meditation. And if you're into that, I would definitely take the time to meditate a bit more, or maybe do some yoga, or find something, Journaling really helps me stay like grounded through new changes. So just find whatever your practice is that allows you to stay mentally grounded through the process, and you'll come out better on the other side for it. You have to stop punishing yourself. We're all taught to hate our bodies. This is something that I actually am very passionate about. If you look at my other content, I do talk a lot about like confidence, and we are all in one way, shape, or form. I don't care what identity you occupy. You, in some way, shape, or form, have been taught to dislike yourself, and being honest about that is absolutely okay, especially if you've gained weight or if you've always been overweight. We live in a society that's very fat phobic. If you are overweight, or if you are in a place where you feel like you need to lose weight, there absolutely is some shame with that. And if you don't have any shame with that, you have a better sense of self and mental grounding than me and most people I know. But I think that it's very honest. It's very important to get very honest with yourself about where you are in your journey before you get started, and acknowledging that it doesn't feel good to always be in a place where you feel like you have to improve something about yourself. And when I was 40 pounds heavier, I had to be really honest with myself one day when I started being consistent and losing weight, because I also was doing the same thing of yo-yo dieting and eating little teeny tiny portions and a kale salad, and that's it. And it really sucked. And I had to just sit and be honest with myself and be like, hey, like, you are unhealthy right now. Okay, you're unhealthy and you're overweight, and that's okay. Like, that does not mean that you are deserving of any less love. That does not mean that you are any less of a person because you are overweight right now. It just means that you are overweight in a society that is not quite, like, it's not nice at all to people who are overweight. And you don't have to participate in that bullying of yourself to get to where you want to be in order to lose weight and be in a place where you're taking better care of your body. Okay, so like I want to really, really stress that in this whole process that like you can't do any of the things that I'm saying. You can't be in a caloric deficit. You can't start doing any of the things that I'm talking about if you're doing it from a place of punishing yourself. But if I'm in a place where I want to lose weight or I need to lose weight, that is okay. It's not the end of the world. And I know a lot of people make women specifically feel like not being in an ideal body is the end of the world for you, but it's absolutely not. Even though people will treat you differently because of that, people will treat you differently based on the different bodies that you're in. You cannot internalize that and then feed into that notion that you should start punishing yourself as a result. It will be a miserable, miserable journey if you do it that way. Okay, now that I got the serious kind of advice out of the way, you will have to create a new relationship with your body. You will create a new relationship with your body, but if you're not cognizant of that, if you're not aware of that and taking control of that, it will not be a very kind and fulfilling relationship. But regardless, if you are going through a weight loss journey, whether you're successful or not, but especially if you're successful, you are going to form a new relationship with your body, and you have to take the wheel when it comes to driving yourself to that place of making a new relationship with your body. Have you ever noticed that when people lose, especially when people lose a significant amount of weight, that they get very mean to people who are maybe in a place that they once were, or they get really mean about their past selves and they just kind of begin to crash out? I can think of a few off the top of my head. Or they can develop this air of superiority because they are now in this new space of being like skinny, I guess. And it's not a good look. Ultimately, it is not a good feel either, because just being in that place, it's a very miserable place to be in. And the reason they got there like that is because they never took the time to affirm in themselves that they were worthy before they lost the weight. They start thinking that they have entered this like new space of worthiness because other people start to treat you like you're more worthy because you lost weight. But you were worthy and you were the same exact person existing in the same exact body. It just looks different. It just looks different. That's it. We live in a shallow society and that's okay, but you cannot let that consume you. You have to do it out of love for yourself, and you have to do it out of wanting to. It can be for aesthetics, but you have to do it also out of wanting to just take better care of your body, or else it's gonna be a nasty, nasty path you go down. You're gonna go outside. You're gonna go outside if you don't do it this way. You are worthy of love. You're worthy of enjoyment. You're worthy of having a great life, and that doesn't change just because you have more weight on you, or that you got a little bit of belly, or whatever the case is right now. Like, whatever it is that you want to work on and improve for yourself, that's fine. It's okay to want to make aesthetic changes, but what's not okay is feeling like you deserve less just because you have not made those changes yet, or feeling like you deserve more now that you've made those changes. When I talk about glowing up and when I feel like I've made a glow up, weight loss was a part of that journey, but it is not why I grew up. I grew up. I actually never said glow up in the past tense, so that's very funny. But I had a glow up because on this journey, I watch a lot of anime, so I was gonna say mentally increasing my nin. If you watch Hunter x Hunter, you know what I'm talking about. But I consider myself in a better place, and I just happen to have a physical representation of that happening. But I did not glow up because I lost weight. I had a glow up because I was able, through that journey, a better relationship with my body. I now understand my body better than I did 2 years ago, than I did a year and a half ago, than I did 6 months ago. I am constantly improving and bettering myself, but that could have happened, like that. I'm now in a place where I'm not trying to lose any more weight. I'm still going to be glowing up and ascending, and I plan to be in a better place in 2026 than I am in 2025. And that can happen with or without weight loss. So think about this as part of a journey, because weight loss can be a catalyst for glowing up and improving yourself, but it is not the end all be all. And if you become wrapped up in that mentality and that mindset, the relationship that you have with yourself moving forward is going to be, you are only worthy when you have certain things. You're only worthy when you get to a certain point. You're only worthy when you lose 30, 40 pounds. You're only worthy when you get money. Those things are great. It's wonderful to be able to do the things that you said you're gonna do. But that's what it's about. It's about the fact that you did what you said you're gonna do, and now you have a physical reminder to prove that. That's beautiful. So I want you to get grounded, and I want you to stay grounded, and remember, you will have to make a new relationship for yourself. But yeah, I feel like I was kind of coming pretty strong, but those are the points. I'm so confident in the fact that what I'm saying works that I want to challenge you to do something. Set a reminder in your phone to follow these steps and give it a week. And I want you to come back to this video in a week and then let me know if you have seen a difference in your body. I just want to prove a point and show that this does work. So come back in the comments and let me know. And if you come back and you're like, Cleopatra, this sounds like a bunch of hoopla, it will work for you. Unless you have some sort of underlying condition that we don't know about. Now that's something you need to consult with your doctor about. I know that this works because it's literally just science. Yeah, thanks for watching me make another video. I'm drinking tea. It's peppermint and raspberry tea out of one of my favorite mugs that my girlfriend got me for Valentine's Day. So thank you. So yeah, thank you guys so much for 300 subscribers as of January 2025. And thank you so much for the love that you showed in my last video. I cannot believe that I have a video that has surpassed 1,000 views. And so yeah, this is really exciting for me. I have always wanted to make a YouTube channel, and I'm just so proud of myself for doing that. And I don't think that I would have been able to if I did not develop the mindset that I'm talking about in this video. So I really am coming from a place of, I'm really coming from a genuine place, and I hope that somebody can take this advice and run with it and hopefully achieve their goals and dreams too. So here's to that. Thanks again. See you in the next video, and yeah, bye.